Hello and welcome to episode 73 of Mo Money, the investing and economic show for millennials by a millennial, where our goal is to educate, entertain, and empower a new generation of investors. I am, of course, your host, MC Mo. Now let's get to the money. Economist and philosopher Charlie Kelly from Always Sunny in Philadelphia once envisioned a world where you could put yourself into a cannon and shoot yourself to a beautiful mythical place called Jobland, where jobs grow on jobbies. Inspired by this beautiful philosophical thinking, Senators Gillibrand, Booker, and most notably Bernie Sanders are pushing a Jobs for All policy proposal that will virtually turn the United States into Jobland, except, minus the dangerous shooting yourself out of the cannon part. But there's always a chance that you could walk outside tomorrow and get hit by a bus, so I suppose this policy will not be totally risk-free. Anyways, this episode we are going to give a breakdown of the policy, the pros, the cons, if it's possible, everything you'll need to know to be able to debate about it at your local bar or your next family dinner. First is an explanation of the policy. Although there is no official plan, the purpose of a guaranteed jobs program is to provide employment for all Americans who are seeking it and have been unable to find it in the private sector for whatever reason. The jobs will pay $15 an hour plus benefit, which comes out to be around $32,000 a year plus like $10,000 for benefits, which sounds awesome. And it is, which is why there is some buzz around this idea. If you've been searching for a job and unable to find one, maybe you are recently out of prison and those people tend to be stigmatized, or you have a disability, or it paid more to be on welfare than to work at a minimum wage job, this is a heaven-sent program. The pay is better than anything out there, you get job benefits, and the job security is the best. It's basically impossible to get fired. No better job security than that. Although Sanders is expected to propose a plan soon, the largest question is, how much is this going to cost? The estimates are upward of $1 to $2 trillion. Even if you cut all other entitlement programs, that still won't be enough to cover this one. The country is already $21 trillion in debt, and with Trump adding more to the deficit, there is no money for a plan like this. If we know one thing about Bernie Sanders is he does not put much thought into the cost of the things that he proposes. The next question is, what jobs will be available? No one's quite sure of that either, but there isn't a lot of minimum wage jobs for the government to just create out of thin air and provide to people, at least not in the millions or tens of million range. There was always child care and elderly care, but infrastructure building, well, that's no longer ditch digging. There are machines and technical skills involved that involve being trained, and nobody's going to want to do those jobs for just $15 an hour. The third question is, what effect will this program have on the private labor market? Well, the proponents of this plan say it will provide only a positive effect. With the government providing good-paying jobs with benefits, private sector companies will have to do the same in order to compete for the finite amount of labor. But proponents are operating under the notion that only those currently unemployed will want to be a part of this program. Even if Walmart or McDonald's increases its pay to match the Guaranteed Jobs program, people will still go to the government program because of the job security. So companies will go out of business if they cannot afford to match the $15 an hour plus benefits. And if they can afford to match that, they'll still likely need to pay more than that in order to pull and attract people away from the government guaranteed program. Here's the bottom line. Like most government programs, the Guaranteed Jobs program does have good intentions. All Americans do deserve good jobs, benefits, and job security. You may complain and say, oh man, I gotta go to work tomorrow, but there are millions out there who wish they had to go to work the next day. Working gives our lives meanings. It gives our lives purpose. It makes us productive parts of society. But there is no point in creating jobs just to create jobs. This plan may have worked in other less developed countries who could provide millions of low-skilled jobs, but the USA is an advanced country that needs more high-skilled workers. One part of the plan that they have right is that these companies need to feel the force of competition to raise wages for workers. Instead of spending trillions of dollars on this program, the government could lower barriers to entry, cut red tape, remove regulations, however you want to say it, and this is a free process that will have the same intended results. The words government and guarantee usually never have good or inexpensive results. The private sector has the best track record for providing high-quality jobs and should be left to the task of creating them unhindered. Although saying that probably won't get you a lot of cheers at a campaign rally. Thank you so much for watching another episode. You can find new and classic episodes of Mo Money right here on YouTube. For now, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, like me on Facebook. Check out themomoneyshow.com.
Mo Money signing out.